Hey, thanks for taking the time to, well, you haven't got any choice, actually. I'm just talking at you, if you like. But I'm here also to present to you why I think it's not a bad idea and not that expensive as well if you become a member. And this is how you can do it, and this is what you can gain. So if we look here at the Talking Tennis sort of homepage, if you like, on YouTube, we can see this little button here which says join. It is also pinned in the live chat as well, and you can also, I think, see it just below most of our videos, certainly the live ones and so on. Now, why is it a good idea to join and become a member? Well, in the live chat, you can add little funny things, you can add emojis and all sorts of things, but possibly more importantly, you can get to access some live videos, such as this one here, where we look back on the last sort of few moments from the Billie Jean King Cup. So there are little bonuses such as this one, but there are many, many more. And in fact, if we have a quick look at all of the members only stuff, I repeat, you will see very, very quickly some of the top stuff that we've had for members only over the last 12 months since the channel began. Remember, these videos are for members only. You can become a member from as little as about $2 a month, €2 a month, £2 a month, something like that. There are various different things. Oh, and by the way, you'll also be supporting the channel. So it's a win-win-win-win scenario. Let me just show you some of the members only stuff. For example, we've got an exclusive little clip there talking to Laura Siegmund, Laura Tsurenko, her encore interview, some doubles footage there from Monastir, the Germany press conference pre-tournament Billie Jean King Cup, Claire Burrell talking as well to the media in her press conference in Monastir, Storm Hunter and Alicia Parks interview, Rebecca Masarova, her press conference, Coco Gauff exclusive for members only, albeit it was in Madrid, but these are just some of the things, some of the interviews and etc. Like Lestien here, a chat with him, Emma Navarro, and so on and so forth. So many little bonus videos available for just €2 a month. So what are you waiting for? Become a member. Or don't. It's okay. Thanks for tuning into this.
Ready? Play.
And if you're wondering what this little thing is, well, Let me tell you now, whether it be tea, coffee, or merely water, it tastes so much better from a talking tennis mug. And you know what? They can be yours if you wish to purchase one from our website. We've also got bags and stickers and hoodies and notebooks. Mira Andreeva. T-shirts as well, of course, coming in both black and white. And we've got a classic jumper for you as well, and many, many other things for you to purchase for excellent prices so you can look like some of the coolest people on the tour. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Ready. Ready. Play.
Breaking news from Talking Tennis Towers, at least, which is that we have now surpassed the figure of 23,771 subscribers. That was a golden figure because that is the capacity of the Arthur Ashe Stadium. Well, now we have more subscribers than the largest tennis stadium in the world has seats. So, Talking Tennis, blow your own trumpet moment, tick. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
My name is Clara Towson and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca George and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans and I'm a friend of the show.
My name is Zainab Sammaz and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha Vickery and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jan Faria and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Yes.
Take one. Well done.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Paolini and I'm a friend of the show.
Wow, Jasmine, you got it in one time.
Ready. Play.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is in the world, wherever you are tuning in from. We are back with a bang Talking Tennis is live, bringing you our thoughts as Alex de Minaur and Felix Auger-Aliassime go head-to-head in this Rotterdam final. Of course, Felix is a previous winner here. De Minaur, a twice runner-up to Yannick Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz. He'll be pleased that he's not facing either of those two, but he is in another form, got another formidable opponent in the indoor GOAT that is Felix Auger-Aliassime. It is De Minaur who will be serving first in this encounter. And what a day of tennis we have for you here on Talking Tennis, with the finals on the ATP side here in Rotterdam, but we'll also be bringing you the finals in Dallas and in Buenos Aires. So join us for those as well. And Felix Auger-Aliassime is off to the perfect start, winning the first point on the De Minaur serve. So at love 15, Alex here, decked out in black. He'll be hoping for a more optimistic outlook, but then so is Felix wearing a dark shade. As Felix, does he go long with that forehand? Yes, he does. Of course, De Minaur has changed his kit sponsor. He was with Asics earlier on, this or in his previous years, but now he's with Wilson. De Minaur winning back-to-back points now, so he's at 30-15. Alcaraz, of course, is the reigning champ here. He beat De Minaur in 3 sets last year, but Alcaraz is not here to defend his title. It is now 30 all on the De Minaur serve, so Felix here getting a little bit of a sniff in these early stages. Backhand return, forehand from De Minaur now into the backhand of the slice from Felix, and Felix puts a backhand into the net. Of course, it is the backhand that is his weaker side. It's not a weapon, that's for sure. 40-30. Game point, Alex de Minaur. Do hit that like button, and if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. Game point for Alex de Minaur to get on the board at the beginning of this match. And indeed he does. 1-love, he leads. In Dubai, we will be having Alexiala against Hailey Baptiste. That'll be coming up as well shortly. They are due to get underway in about just under 20 minutes from now. But meanwhile, here in Rotterdam, it is De Minaur off to the best start in terms of the fact that he won the first game. Felix, of course, lost just 3 games, I think it was, in his win in the semi-final over Alexander Bublik. And Felix was my pre-tournament pick. But now we're in the final. Honestly, this is a 50-50. I felt Humbert and Medvedev would be challengers, but they were playing each other in the first round. So it was very difficult for me to opt for either of those two to take the title with such a difficult draw. Good serve down the tee there from Felix. Now it's on the backhand to the backhand exchange, which I'm sure De Minaur will prefer. But now it's on the forehand of Felix. Now it's on the forehand again of Felix into the backhand of De Minaur. Now it's an error on the backhand side from Felix Auger-Aliassime, not for the first time today, even in these early exchanges. So, love 15. And Felix is now on the board on his service game, 15 all. What do we think about the images for these two players? De Minaur in particular looks extremely young. Google not updating their images in that respect. The finals, of course, of Buenos Aires, with Darderi coming up against Cerundolo as the Argentinian seeks his first crown in Argentina. That'll be coming up on the channel later on today. But so will the Dallas Open final between Ben Shelton and Taylor Fritz, an all-American affair in Dallas. Feels appropriate. Shelton came through an epic last night against Denis Shapovalov. So Felix Auger-Aliassime and de Minaur into the rally here. Backhand now to the forehand of Felix. Backhand down the line, taking advantage of that little gap that Felix leaves there. And de Minaur, very clever from him. Nicely placed down the line, going for that gap. It was there. It was there to be attacked. He then pushes Felix well out wide again with the next shot, comes into the net, puts away for what is for him an easy volley. That is sort of a tactic to beat Felix. Exploit the gap he leaves on the forehand side, but make sure you don't go too much margin with that shot down the line, because if you give him too much margin, you give him too much of an easy forehand. That's a good serve there from Felix. That is something, of course, that gets him out of trouble more often than not, indoors at least. This is a title, by the way, in Rotterdam, one that Rafa Nadal never won. He, of course, has never won one indoor title. Felix Auger-Aliassime has multiple indoor titles. Felix Auger-Aliassime, better player, better legend than Rafa Nadal. Discuss. I joke, of course. First serve down the tee is missed from Felix. So a second serve here for de Minaur to look at. Felix was certainly a bit off colour, wasn't he, during that Aussie swing? Backhand return from de Minaur. Forehand now into the forehand of de Minaur. Run around forehand here for Felix. Slice there from de Minaur. Really good depth from Alex. Feels like this is an even rally right now, forehand to forehand. Now it's on the backhand of Felix as he goes cross-court into the backhand of de Minaur, and de Minaur doesn't miss there. I thought he had. De Minaur now very much on the attack, and that's going to go out. One of those shots cross-court from de Minaur, for me, to the casual observer, seemed like it had landed out. Good morning, Ashley. Wonderful to have you here with us today. How are you? Who are you supporting, Felix or Alex? We are at deuce here on the Felix Auger-Aliassime serve. So Felix serving. Well, both players decked out in black. Not for the first time this week we've seen a clash with two tennis heavyweights wearing pretty much the same outfit. I know one, of course, is decked out in Adidas, and I'm looking at you, Felix Auger-Aliassime, and the other is decked out in Wilson, and I'm looking at you, Alex de Minaur. Nice outfit, though, that I think de Minaur in particular has. Backhand return. Is that double fault? I think it is. It's a double fault from Felix Auger-Aliassime. And he's getting his sort of face attended to there. I hope his eyes are okay. Break point for Alex de Minaur. Misses the first serve. Second serve for Alex de Minaur to look at. Backhand return is going to be really badly missed by de Minaur. Don't quite understand how he managed to contort his body in that manner. And yeah, it was into the body, that serve, but it didn't seem as difficult as Alex made it out to be. Anyway, so says the never picked up an ATP point in his life, commentating on a guy who's in the top 10 in the world. Pretty sure Ghosty's not a fan of Felix, but I could be wrong. Anyway, Felix here serving. Has a backhand return, so it's going to give him a game point. Backhand return that went long. Do give us a follow on Instagram, by the way, at Talking Tennis TT. Game point here for Felix Auger-Aliassime. Misses the first serve. So a second serve for de Minaur to look at. But it is a game point for Felix, the indoor GOAT. Has won the title here in Rotterdam before, I think in 2022, if memory serves. Backhand cross court into the backhand of de Minaur. Backhand now into the forehand of de Minaur. That's really short from Felix. Is de Minaur going to punish him? Yes, he is. Deuce. Yeah, agree. If there was an indoor slam, Felix might have won a slam by now, by the way. He's got a game point now, though, has Felix. Alex Ayala and Haley Baptiste will be getting underway shortly. He's missed the first serve again. He's missing quite a few first serves here, particularly on game points. He has saved a break point in this game. So a second serve here for de Minaur to look at. And yet still he's pretty far behind the baseline. Forehand return. Forehand from Felix has got good depth on it. Now it's on the forehand of de Minaur, who rarely misses. But he has missed there on the backhand side, and it's one game all. Everybody tuning in, by the way, hit that like button. You can also click the share button and share this watch along with on your socials, for example, and maybe get one or two other people to join us. Do get voting in our poll as well as to who you think will win. I went for Felix Auger-Aliassime pre-tournament. But now it feels pretty much like a 50-50. I also went for Darderi to win in Buenos Aires and Ben Shelton to win in Dallas. And hello, hello, hello. Who are in those finals? Ben Shelton and Luciano Darderi. Okay, de Minaur serving here, and he's lost the first point on his serve, so it is love 15. Decent start to this game, Felix, but he's lost the next point, so it is 15 all. De Minaur serving, long serve there, misses the first serve, 15 all, second serve. Run around forehand return for Felix. He's got good depth on that. Forehand to forehand right now. Felix there changing direction. Going over the high part of the net and failing. 30-15. I see Alex Ayala and Haley Baptiste are just entering the court for their encounter in Dubai. I'll be keeping you across that match as well. 30-15 becomes 40-15 here for de Minaur. Felix, they're just blowing cool air onto his hands to try and get rid of some of the residue sweat, no doubt. If you are new to the channel, by the way, do hit subscribe. 25,000 subscribers is our next sort of landmark figure to reach. See if we can get to there sometime during the Sunshine Double, I imagine. de Minaur here with 2 game points. And he holds for 2-1. Change of ends. Haley Baptiste and Alex Ayala are on court. Baptiste just rubbing her face. Coin toss. Looks like maybe he's going to win this toss. And I would imagine if Baptiste wins the toss, I wouldn't be surprised if she chooses to receive. Maybe Ayala will choose to receive as well. If you're wondering why Ayala and Baptiste is at the top of my thoughts right now, we've got a change of ends in the de Minaur Felix Auger-Aliassime match, 2-1 there. So they are on serve. Okay, coin up, down. I think Baptiste has won the toss. And I wouldn't be surprised if she elects to receive. We'll soon find out. Alex, they're forgetting that there's another photo moment. Okay, coming back to this final between de Minaur and Felix Auger-Aliassime. Felix returning to the court now, and de Minaur too. And it is Felix returning. Felix serving. He has saved a break point thus far, so he's the one who's perhaps come under most pressure on his serve. Regarding Baptiste and Ayala, the winner of their encounter will play Jasmine Paolini in the second round. In the same little section, we had Linda Noskova winning in 3 sets over Anne Lee earlier today. She will be playing the winner of Sorana Ciostea and Alexandra Stasnovic. So a little stacked area, particularly as Ciostea is in pretty good form, having won a title. Felix is serving, and it's 15-love for Felix Auger-Aliassime on his serve. Love becomes 30-love as Felix tries to hold serve a little bit more comfortably than he did before. Into the rally here, and it's de Minaur Irving going long. 40-15. 2 game points here for Felix Auger-Aliassime. And it is 2 games all, as Felix holds very comfortably. So, de Minaur serving. He's not had to face a break point thus far. He has won his first point here, 15 love, and it's now on the second point of this game. Nice backhand there, but that second backhand not so good from de Minaur as it drifts out. 15 all. Alex Ayala and Hailey Baptiste are into their warm-up. (30-15) now on the de Minaur serve. This one is proving to be as tight as I think many of us foresaw before the match. Into the rally here, Felix goes long on the forehand, 40-15. 2 game points for Alex. Alex de Minaur, that is, not Alex Ayala. Alex Ayala in action in Dubai. De Minaur and Felix here in Rotterdam. So Felix to receive here on the backhand side. That's going to land in. So we're into the rally here. Backhand to backhand right now. Now it's on the forehand of Felix, but he's gone long there. Quite a few forehand errors at the moment from Felix. That is not going to help him win this match. 3-2 de Minaur, change of ends. Hello, Ghosty. And Ashley, of course, who was here before. Make sure you hit that like button, everyone. I think we mentioned you earlier, or I mentioned you earlier, Ghosty, because Ashley said she doesn't mind either player. And I said, I think Ghosty's not a fan of the Felix the cat. I will be keeping you across both matches that are taking place at the moment. I mean, there's a lot more than just 2 matches taking place, but I'll also be keeping across Hailey Baptiste and Alex Ayala. And Baptiste is serving first, which is at 15 all. Change of ends here for Felix and de Minaur. And for those of you just tuning in, are wondering, what have I missed? Not a lot, to be fair. Rather comfortable holds from both players. De Minaur did have 1 break point on the Felix serve. Felix's forehand is not firing at the moment. De Minaur, solid as you would expect. A fine margins match, I feel, this one. It could be 2 extremely tight sets, or even 3. I went for Felix Auger-Aliassime, the indoor Go pre-tournament. So purely because of that, I'm going for him again. But honestly, this is a 50-50. I think you can make a case for either player to win. We will have the Buenos Aires and Dallas finals later on the channel, so stay with us for that. Hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, but also click the notification bell. Then you'll be notified as and when we go live. I went for Ben Shelton pre-tournament in Dallas. Oh, and look who's in the final, Ben Shelton. Went for Luciano Darderi pre-tournament in Buenos Aires. Oh, look who's in the final, Luciano Darderi. Of course, I went for Felix Auger-Aliassime in the final. So we can see he is in this final here, and he's fighting hard at 2-3 when they return to the court, serving at 2-3. Just call me Nostradamus. Well, let's wait for the Nostradamus takes, actually. Let's wait until these 3 guys get over the line in their respective finals. If, by the way, they don't win their finals, you'll never hear about this ever. So, back to the court. Felix Auger-Aliassime serving 2-3, 15 love. Meanwhile, in Dubai, Haley Baptiste has held serve for 1 love. 3 minutes into that encounter. As we welcome viewers tuning in to Haley Baptiste and Alex Ayala. Ayala now serving. Love won. Baptiste won the toss and curiously chose to serve first. 3 minutes in there. Regarding Minaur and Felix, they are on serve at 2-3, 15 all. Do get in the live chat and let me know your thoughts on any of the tennis issues. I heard a rumor today about Iga Swiatek and Wim Fissette going their separate ways, but for now, I think it has to stay in the rumor category and not much more than that. I think that we can make that official, Ghosty. Yuki's good. Yuki's chilled. Thriving in the Instagram world with all 28 followers that she has. What is it, Felix, personal-wise? I'm not quite sure. No, I listen, Ghosty, don't. I think it's an internet rumor, not much more than that. Oh, 15:30 here for Felix Auger-Aliassime. And Ayala is already under pressure on her serve. Surprise, surprise. Love 30 in that particular encounter in Dubai. Is Ayala going to suffer from back-to-back defeats early on in these two big WTA tournaments? Well, probably a little bit early to be jumping on that bandwagon. Bearing in mind this match is only 1.5 games in, and she has won the next point for 15:30. Talking of next points, this is a pretty big one here for Felix and Alex. De Minaur, that is, not Ayala. Are we going to get some more break points on the Felix serve? We've had one already. $15:30 here. Felix about to serve. Bouncing the ball. Both of these guys in black outfits today and white socks and white shoes. Not exactly helping us to decipher the two. But anyway, backhand to backhand right now. Still on the backhand of both players. That exchange seems to favor Alex, I would suggest. I mean, when it comes to the matchup, you would take Felix's serve. Oh, has Felix got lucky there with the net court? He has, but we're still very much into the rally. What a backhand up the line from Alex de Minaur. What a winner that is. 15:40, 2 break points. Now, Ayala, 40-30 up on her serve. She's won 3 points in a row to go from love 30, as I was doom and gloom about her chances, and she now leads 40-30 with a game point. But we have got some break points here for Alex de Minaur, so we're just going to hone in on this for a moment before returning to Alex Ayala and Haley Baptiste. It was a pretty cool rally, that, wasn't it? And what a way to finish it, by the way. Look at that. When you put de Minaur in a hole, comes out fighting like a mole. Do moles come out of holes fighting? I'm not sure. 15:40, 2 break points. So this will be the second and third break points for Alex of the match. First serve lands in, but we're into the rally, and I think de Minaur is on top of this rally. I think de Minaur... Oh, he's messed up the volley! Dearie me, de Minaur will be putting those volleys away in his sleep. Just like a mole. Do moles put volleys away in their sleep? They do now. 30-40. The moles like the darkness, right? And it's pretty dark in terms of the outfits on court. 30-40, Felix Auger-Aliassime. Down the tee. Good serve, I think. No, it didn't land in. Unlucky. Because I thought that was going to be an unreturnable. So, here's your chance, Demon. 30-40, second serve. Is this going to be the first break? Forehand return. Forehand from... Oh, he's done the forehand in the net, Felix. 4-2, Alex de Minaur. Break of serve. Punto de break is reporting that too, are they? Oh, okay. So maybe it is true. Or maybe they're just going for clicks. Alex Ayala, by the way, held serve for 1-all and is now at 30 love, by the way, for Baptiste on her serve. So, 4-2, de Minaur serving. Can he consolidate the break? It's not a break until you consolidate. $40 love for Baptiste, by the way, over in Dubai. 3-game points for the American and a 2-1 lead. I found this one quite hard to call. Ayala and Baptiste have played once before, and Ayala won, but it was on the grass. I think Ayala's form, yeah, Abu Dhabi was good, wasn't it, before she ran out of steam? But the early loss to Valentova, I thought she looked a bit sluggish in the Philippines. Great first set against Alicia Parks in Australia and then fell away. So it's a bit difficult to know where we're at with Alex right now. Baptiste, by the way, I was super happy with her form. And then she goes as loses in qualifying for this tournament in Dubai, but gets through as a lucky loser. So Baptiste's form was pretty good, but that loss in qualifying and getting in as a lucky loser feels like a bit of a cheat code, if you know what I mean. Okay, de Minaur's serving, and he's raced into a 40-love lead. Not what Felix and his fans would have wanted. Karolina Mukova, by the way, winning her first title in a long time, 7 years, I think, in winning that 1,000 title yesterday. Proving me wrong, because I was pretty sure Mboko was going to win that. Fine margins for both sets, to be fair. But what a way to serve it out to love. Forehand here from de Minaur into the backhand of Felix. Forehand de Minaur, forehand exchange. Backhand from Felix into the backhand of de Minaur, which goes into the net. Just a couple of things regarding Wim and Igor. If it is true, I saw there's two things. Her withdrawal from Dubai and change of schedule notification was kind of interesting. But I'm really thinking about this retrospectively. But I did see an interesting thing with Wim Fissette in terms of where he was sitting during a match recently with Daria Abramovic, who seems to be ruling the roost. de Minaur's held, by the way, for 5-2. And so Daria and Wim were sat next to each other for large parts of the match. I think it was with Kazakhina. And then Wim decided to move, not away exactly, but into the front row of seats. So he wasn't sat next to Daria. I thought that was curious. But it's all conjecture right now, albeit I know Punto de Break are reporting it. And it may well be true, but I'm waiting for these sources to be shored up before we can talk about it as fact. Baptiste's held for 2-1. Change of ends there as well. Change of ends in Rotterdam. Well, Felix, desperate for a change of fortunes. When they return to the court, he's going to be 2-5 down. There's somebody here with a very similar logo to WTA. This is on Twitter, but they're they've got WTF, which I think you know the what that stands for. It does seem to be as though it's fake news. According to Dominik Senkowski, a Polish journalist, he's suggesting that it's not the case. So, yeah, hold the fort. Yeah, a lot of criticism here for punto de break. I think this guy, James Hassan, is not a fan of punto de break, actually. I think I've seen him criticizing them before. He works for the Athletic. Okay, back to this final here between de Minaur and Felix Auger-Aliassime. We've got 30 love on the Felix serve. Meanwhile, Ayala and Baptiste 1-all on Ayala's serve. Sorry, 1-2, I should say, on Alex's serve. And it is 15-30. Ayala under a little bit of pressure here. Felix Auger-Aliassime has 3 game points to level things up in his dreams, to get to 5-3 at least, to make de Minaur serve it out. Leila Fernandez winning a match earlier on. Felix does hold, and now Ayala's got a break point that she's going to have to fend off. 30-40. Ayala serving. Under threat on her serve. Not exactly a surprise. 14 minutes into that encounter. Ayala serving at 30-40. Can she fend off this break point against Hailey Baptiste? Baptiste qualifying via the lucky loser passage. She actually won one of her qualifiers before losing her next one. Made me think that she might not win today, but yeah, here we go now. 1-2, quarter of an hour mark hit. Meanwhile, in Rotterdam, we have Alex de Minaur serving for the first set, not fifth set. If you were keeping up to date with what we were talking about before. And Ayala saved the break point. Deuce. Meanwhile, Alex de Minaur, 3 set points against Felix Auger-Aliassime. De Minaur, Felix, 3 set points. Ding, ding, ding. But I think he's missed the forehand there, has de Minaur. So 40-15. Still 2 set points for the Australian. Ayala and Baptiste, by the way, are locked at deuce. So de Minaur serving here. 40-15. Set point number 2 for the Australian. I think he has just edged this first set. It's an unreturned serve. De Minaur, 1 set to love in this Rotterdam final. He leads Felix Auger-Aliassime. So 6-3. De Minaur seals it. What is going on in Dubai? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. Alex Ayala is held for 2-all. Big hold that, having to save some break points there, Alex. Okay, so let's zone in a little bit on Ayala and Baptiste for a moment or two. They are locked at 2-all, and Baptiste is serving, and it's love 15. Do let me know where in the world you are tuning in from as we watch these matches. 30-15 now for Baptiste. Into the rally here. 30-all. Much to the delight of the crowd. Seems to be quite a healthy support for Alex Ayala. 30-all, 18 minutes in. Backhand cross-court error there from Baptiste. I did see that, Ghosty, yeah. Yeah, some people are talking about it being one of the matches of the year. And yes, a lot of players have dropped out. I mean, not quite top 10 because Mukova is number 11. Sakari, former top 10 player, but those two have dropped out. Swiatek and Sabalenka as well have both pulled out. Anybody else I should be thinking about? I think there's one or two illnesses sort of going around, and I think Mboko is still in it. That's the one that you would obviously... Oh, wonderful forehand winner up the line there from Alex Ayala to get us to deuce. Felix Auger-Aliassime, by the way, is serving first in this second set. Obviously, he's a set to love down. By the way, Ghosty, I'm just trying to guess your name. That's why I said thanks, David, last night. I'll probably keep guessing, by the way. David, Bob, Pete. Maybe you're Quinton. Maybe that's your name. Okay, deuce here. Ayala receiving this serve from Baptiste. Backhand return is wonderful from Alex Ayala. Break point for the Filipina. Let's go, says Aldwin in the chat. Wonderful return of serve there from Alex Ayala. Just keeping an eye out. She got any strapping on her legs today? No, I don't see it anyway. Not obviously so. Big first serve there from Baptiste. She should... Oh, I think Baptiste has missed the forehand. How did you miss that? That is one for the record books. That's another one that falls into the... Would Ghosty have made that forehand? I'm going yes. I'm going yes. Ghosty would have made it. Well, then it would be David, no? David Ghosty. Felix Auger-Aliassime serving here at 30-15. As Alex Ayala munches on a banana. That'll be tasting a lot sweeter now, having got that break. She leads 3-2 now. For those of you just tuning in, do hit that like button. And if you haven't already done so, please hit subscribe. So, Ayala, having to say break points in her previous service game, is now up a break of serve herself. 3-2 she leads. Yeah, get in the live chat, people, and let me know where in the world you're tuning in from. I'm near Cologne in Western Germany. 2 game points here for Felix Auger-Aliassime. And he holds serve, 1-love. Baptiste and Ayala return to the court. Felix and Alex de Minaur change ends. 1-love, Felix leads. 44 minutes on the clock in Rotterdam. Baptiste and Ayala now back on court with Ayala serving at 3-2 and up an early break. Early-ish break. Maybe 3-2 is not quite into the early category. I guess we're mid-part of the first set. Anyway, you know what I mean. 3-2, Ayala serving. Backhand return from Baptiste. Forehand slice into the backhand slice of Baptiste. Good depth there from Ayala. But so too from Baptiste, to be fair. Oh, Baptiste. Oh, but the backhand there from Ayala's gone long. Love 15. Love 15, ladies and gentlemen. de Minaur serving. He's not been broken yet. He's not even had to face a break point as yet either. And the forehand from Felix hasn't been firing anywhere near as effectively as he would like. That's a wonderful forehand from Baptiste, but so too from Ayala. They're pushing each other all over the court right now. What a rally that is that finishes with a Baptiste forehand cross-court winner. Passing Ayala at the net. Love 30. Whew. Okay. Love 30 here on the Ayala serve. Body serve there from Ayala. Forehand now into the forehand of Baptiste. Forehand cross court from Ayala into the backhand of Baptiste. Backhand from Ayala down the line is wonderful. And it helps her win the point. 15-30. Meanwhile, in Rotterdam, de Minaur serving. Love 1. 15 all. Body serve. Run around forehand there for Felix. Backhand now into the backhand of de Minaur. Forehand here from Felix is going to be shanked. Stefanos Tsitsipas would have been proud of that one. Oh, but did it go long from de Minaur? You'd think it did, yeah. So the shank doesn't matter. Still, Tsitsipas would have been proud. Even prouder if you win the point with a shank. But he'd actually already won the point prior to the shank occurring. De Minaur here serving therefore at 15-30. Meanwhile, Ayala serving at 30 all against Baptiste. Are we going to get a break point here for Felix Auger-Aliassime? Well, if we are, it's not going to happen yet. 30 all. De Minaur again going down that line where the gate is wide open as Felix tries to protect his backhand. Meanwhile, in Dubai, we have a break point as Ayala errs 30-40 on Alex's serve. Good serve there from de Minaur to go to 40-30. Meanwhile, Ayala serving here 30-40, break point. Hailey Baptiste, not her first one of the match, but it is her first one in this game. Where are you going to go with this serve, Alex? Good serve. But the backhand goes into the net and we're back on serve, 3 all. We are back on serve. 3 games all. Baptiste to serve. De Minaur, by the way, 40-30 here. Game point on Felix Auger-Aliassime. Double fault from de Minaur. So we're going to go to deuce. Let's see what's going on in the live chat. Lloyd Harris won his match to the net. Challenger in Tenerife. Would love to see him come back. Oh, and that challenger, by the way, looks really cool in Tenerife. Especially with the weather. So 3 games all. Hailey Baptiste, Alex Ayala. Deuce, de Minaur, Felix Auger-Aliassime. Baptiste to serve in Dubai. A decent crowd here as well, many of which supporting Alex Ayala. 26 minutes on the clock in the Dubai round 1 clash. Baptiste serving at 3 all. And what's going on here? We're going to have another game point for Alex de Minaur in Rotterdam to make it 1 all in the first set. In the second set. Baptiste wins the first point at 3 all. So it's 3 all, 15 love, Hailey. Backhand block return there. De Minaur on the attack. Easy forehand winner down the line. Auger-Aliassime is not at the races thus far. 1 all. Ayala and Baptiste into this rally here. Nice backhand down the line there from Alex, but still in the rally. Drop shot from Alex is too good. Now, that is a tactic I think she can definitely deploy today to a large amount of success. As long as she makes the drop shots, as she did there, 15 all. Good backhand as well to set that up in a way. Double-handed backhand drop shot there. Anyway, it was successful. So Felix Auger-Aliassime, 1 game all, and he's serving. He's missed the first serve. Count how many times you can hear me say meanwhile today, by the way. Meanwhile, in Dubai, we're into the rally. Alex on the run. See what happens more, by the way. Do I say meanwhile more, or do I say Alex Ayala under threat on her serve? 15:30 here as Alex preys on the serve of Hailey Baptiste. Make sure you give us a like, by the way, on these streams, and also follow us on Instagram at Talking Tennis TT. Backhand return. No. Another first serve here for Baptiste that clipped the net. So 29 minutes on the clock. Baptiste 15:30. Ghosty there saying good hold for Alex, and I'm presuming it means de Minaur. Second serve here for Ayala to look at. Forehand return is too good. Too good, Alex Ayala. And we're going to have 2 break points for the Filipina. Meanwhile, Felix Auger-Aliassime serving 1-all, 15-all in Rotterdam. He's a former winner here of the title, of course. Nice going in behind Alex there with that forehand +1 winner. Baptiste saves the first break point. 30-40. Half an hour now on the clock in Dubai. 20-8 local time. Still Ayala, though, has a break point here. First serve down the tee is missed, so Ayala has a second serve to look at. 30-40. Forehand return is pretty big, but we're into the rally right now. Is that backhand going to go long? It is. Ayala breaks again. 4-3, change of ends. Alex Ayala once again has the break advantage over Hailey Baptiste. 4-3, she leads with a break. Meanwhile, in Rotterdam, 1 game all in the second set. Felix serving 40-15, so 2 game points for the Canadian. He is down a set to love, by the way. That first serve has landed in. That forehand is pretty good as well. Nice winner there, or nice serve +1 scenario for Felix. 2-1. It is the forehand that I would argue that has on occasion let him down in this match, but it didn't let him down there. 52 minutes on the clock. Second set. Alex de Minaur and Felix Auger-Aliassime, with de Minaur leading by 1 set to love. In Dubai, Alex Ayala is leading 4-3 with a break. She has broken the Baptiste serve on 2 separate occasions, and I have to say, in terms of the patterns of play, I'm liking what I'm seeing regarding Alex Ayala's chances. I'm not liking what I'm seeing in the Rotterdam final, by the way, in terms of Felix's chances, not just because he's a set down, but also some of the patterns of play and just Felix's sluggishness right now. I think he's really got to really get that first serve percentage high. Therefore, he's safe there, and he's also got to improve on the forehand, which is normally, of course, his strongest shot. I'm going to dismiss, at least for now, some of the stories regarding Wim Fissette and Iga Swiatek. Suggestions that they had split do appear to be fake news. Ayala and Baptiste return to the court. And it is Ayala serving at 4-3 as they exchange backhands here. But now it's on the backhand of Ayala. Wonderful change of direction there. Oh, that's too good from Alex. 15 love. De Minaur and Felix Auger-Aliassime are currently changing ends. 1-2. De Minaur will serve when they return to the court. De Minaur served first in that particular encounter anyway. In the match, that is. Okay, Ayala here serving 4-3, 15 love, 32 minutes on the clock. Where are we going to go with this serve? Into the net. second serve to look at for Hailey Baptiste. Is it a double fault? I think it is. Yeah, 15 all. So de Minaur serving, 15 love. $30.15 here for Ayala. De Minaur serving 1-2 in Rotterdam. Good forehand there from Ayala. Really good forehand, 40-15. She looks to consolidate the break, something she was unable to do last time. She went up a break, didn't she? But she was broken back immediately. Now she's got the re-break. Can she consolidate? 40-15. 2 game points for Ayala to go up 5-3 and 1 game away from winning the first set in Dubai. De Minaur serving 1-2, 30-15. Good serve out wide from the forehand of Alex into the backhand of Felix. Forehand now from Felix cross court. Forehand to forehand. Slice there from Felix. That's not going to really do him many favors, but that's a decent backhand cross court from Felix. Now another slice from Felix, and that's a pretty good slice, to be fair. John, hold off when you're slagging off at the Felix slice, because that was a decent one. Lovely spin there, and it's 30 all. Meanwhile, Alex Ayala's held 5-3. She leads, 1 game away from winning the first set in Dubai. Remember, the winner of this clash between Baptiste and Ayala will play Jasmine Paolini in the next round. Wonderful forehand there down the line from Baptiste, 15 love. De Minaur serving 30 all. Serves out wide, and Felix can't get that back on the island. 40-30, game point, Alex de Minaur. Meanwhile, Baptiste, 3-5, 15 love. She serves into the forehand of Ayala. Forehand again from Baptiste on the backhand now of Ayala with good depth there from Alex. But now she's pushed out wide. Moonball from Alex. Drive volley from Baptiste has... No, she's made it. Well done. 30 love. And de Minaur has held 2 all. Indeed they are. Indeed they are. That reminds me, I've got to upload the podcast. Double fault from Baptiste, 30-15. $40-15 for Baptiste. 2 game points for the American to keep Alex Ayala honest and make her serve out this first set. 2 all, love 15 with Felix, by the way. Thanks, Ghosty. I assume you mean that drive. Yeah, that drive volley. It was. I'm watching that match on my phone, so it's a little tricky to hone in on the points. But Baptiste has held. So when they return to the court, Ayala will be serving for the first set at 5-4. Jake. Now, Jake with his automated message that comes up every now and again. About every 24 hours, we get an automated message from Jake, and then we never hear from him again. We spend the next 15 minutes talking about him, and he's not here to hear it. Of course, is he here, though? As we were discussing yesterday, or was it Friday? I'm not sure. Does Jake Davies really exist? Huge discussion we were having the other day. As Jake Davies' just automated message pops up, normally in the early stages of a match, then we never hear from him again until the latter stages with another automated message, and that's it. Jakey is in the chat, if he exists. Oh, here he is. Look, he's coming back. All right, Jakey, we'll talk about that as and when you want. But you're very much the topic of positive conversations, at least, in the live chats on Talking Tennis. By the way, not positive right now is Felix Auger-Aliassime. 3 break points, 2-all. And he needs some first serves, and he's not going to get one. Love 40 here. Break point, Alex de Minaur. Forehand from Felix. Felix comes into the net. That volley's going to land in. Uh-oh, he's in huge trouble, Felix. He's lost the point. He's lost the point. Came into the net, didn't do enough with the volley, and de Minaur punished him. Alex de Minaur now leads by a set and a break. Remember, de Minaur not been broken so far in this match. I don't think he's even faced a break point. Could be wrong. Could be wrong on that, but I don't think he's faced a break point. Okay, Ayala is serving at 5-4, serving for the first set. Forehand from Baptiste goes into the net, 15 love. Ayala serving for the first set. My pre-tournament prediction of Felix Auger-Aliassime to win the title in Rotterdam, well, that hope is hanging by a thread. 30 love, Alex Ayala, 2 points away from winning the first set in Dubai. Love, Ayala. Where are you going to go with this serve? Out wide, block return, backhand from Ayala into the backhand of Baptiste. Good depth there from Haley. Forehand, wonderful forehand from Haley, by the way. Now another forehand from Haley. Haley comes into the net, but she doesn't need to deal with that. 30-15. De Minaur, 6-3, 3-2. That is a set and a break advantage he has. And it's felt like that as well. It's felt like there's a gap between these two players, almost as big as the gap that Felix leaves on his forehand side. 30-15, Ayala serving. Down the tee, it's a good serve. She's in the rally, but she's on top of the rally. And now she comes into the net, but she doesn't have to deal with it as Baptiste nets on the backhand side. And we've got 2 set points for Alex Ayala. By the way, do hit that like button. And if you're just tuning in, hit subscribe. Next target, 25,000 subscribers is what we want next. Forehand from Ayala into the backhand of Baptiste. Now on the forehand of Ayala again. Remember, this is a set point for Alex. Oh, wonderful cross-court forehand winner there from Alex Ayala. She takes the first set by 6-4. Ayala in charge. She broke twice in that set and got her just rewards for that, winning by 6-4. Maybe the key moment was her saving those break points, I think at 1-2, maybe, something like that. Was it 1-2, I think, and she saves the break points? And then she went on to get the break and then the re-break and takes that set by 6-4. So Ayala with 1 foot in the second round, where Jasmine Paolini lies in wait. Meanwhile, over in Rotterdam, big problems for Felix Auger-Aliassime. Down a set and a break to Alex de Minaur. Some stats for you, by the way, regarding that first set. Ayala hit an ace, by the way, and she got 70% of her first serves in. Won 32 points to 28. But it did feel like Ayala was the better player through most of their lengthier exchanges, at least. Have we got a pause, by the way, in the Rotterdam final? Is there a... not a medical timeout, is there, for either player? It just seems to be a lengthy pause. Marcela Alamos 2075 is backing de Minaur for the win, it seems. Accidental rhyme goes to. Was that me rhyming or you rhyming accidentally? If it was me, I'm a poet and I don't even know it. Oh, it looks like Baptiste is going to go off court. Perhaps she's going to take a medical timeout. What is happening in the de Minaur match? Is there a medical timeout there? Because it just seemed to be a very, very long break. I think, Matthew, it's just simply the nationality. Matthew asking about the Ayala effect. And I just think it's a huge population with, I guess, a wealth gap that lends itself to tennis, as in like a little bit like Brazil. 90% of the country not in a great shape financially, but 10% are. And that 10% have very good internet access and have a very keen interest in sport. And in particular, I would say tennis anyway. And the only star from that country. So, you know, if they had 10 players. But there's also a little bit about, yes, about internet usage, how people are using the internet. For example, I know in Poland, Facebook and YouTube is the way to go. And so is Facebook and YouTube the way to go in the Philippines, I believe. It's why an Ayala tweet will get a lot of traction, but nowhere near as much as YouTube or Facebook. Double fault from Baptiste to start this second set. I say to start it. She actually won the first point, so it's 15 all. And we have now returned to the court with de Minaur serving at 3-2, 15 all. Baptiste in a little bit of bother here in this rally. Is she being pushed around? And Baptiste is in a lot of bother there, 15-30. And de Minaur, anything but bother for him. 40-15 now. 2 game points to consolidate that break. It's a terrible backhand return there from Felix that set up 40-15 for the Australian. He's got one hand on the trophy right now, has de Minaur. Oh, and lovely volley there from Ayala at the net, 15-40, as she looks to get an early break in this second set. This backhand-to-backhand scenario, I do not like for... Oh, but then de Minaur dumps the backhand in the net inexplicably. And uncharacteristically as well. 40-30. That two-handed backhand of Ayala's is effective, if a little bit unconventional. That two-handed backhand volley, I mean. Anyway, set up some break points. She won't care. Backhand return. Now, that is not unconventional. It's really good. But we're into the rally here. Well done, Baptiste. Ayala scrambling. Ayala scrambling. But she can't scramble to that one. 30-40. 1 break point save for Hayley Baptiste. Backhand return from Felix. Backhand now into the forehand of Felix, which has been hit and miss today. Anyway, we're still in the rally here. A slice from Felix. Backhand up the line. Forehand from Minaur into the backhand of Felix. Forehand from Minaur. Backhand slice from Felix. Slice, though, from Minaur. I think Minaur's slice is better than Felix's, if I'm honest. But, oh, look at that horrible slice. Backing up what I was saying from Felix Auger-Aliassime. And it's 4-2. A little sarcastic applause there from Felix. Not quite sure what that's about. Anyway, Minaur 2 games away from the title in Rotterdam. Oh, and Baptiste saved the break point. Deuce. But we're going to have another break point now for Alex Ayala. Oh dear, Felix. Love 15. Oh dear, Haley Baptiste. What are we going to do here? Missed the first serve. That's not a great way to start. Second serve here. Backhand return from Alex is pretty good. And the forehand from Baptiste goes long, does it? No, I don't think it does. Wow, I thought that had gone long, but it didn't. Must have landed on the line. Ayala couldn't deal with it, so we're back to deuce. Second serve here at love 15 for Minaur to deal with. Oh, and Ayala's missed that return, so we're going to have a game point for Haley Baptiste. This will be a huge hold for her if she saves 3 break points on the way to holding. This is a huge point here as well because Minaur feels like he's up in this rally, but well done, Felix, for getting back into it. But now he's on the run on the forehand side and he dumps that forehand in the net. Felix has been way off it today. 2-4, love 30. Baptiste dumps a forehand in the net and we're back to deuce. So, love 30. Baptiste now has another game point, by the way. Backhand return from Ayala. Yeah, that set up the game point because she missed it. Oh, what a backhand return. That is from Ayala, sorry. Ooh, break point. Dearie me. Break point number 4 in this game for Alex Ayala. The previous one, she had a second serve on. And she's going to get a second serve again. I will be returning to the Rotterdam final in a moment. Backhand return from Alex is going to go long, I think. Yeah, deuce. Meanwhile, in Rotterdam, Felix is in trouble. Big style. Love 40 now on the Felix serve. 2-4. This feels like some mini match points here for Alex Minaur. Just looks under the weather today, Felix. And he's missed the forehand. Dearie me. Felix Auger-Aliassime. Double break deficit now. Minaur, when they return to the court, will be serving for the match. Baptiste misses the first serve. She's got a game point here. 52 minutes on the clock in Dubai. And it's going to be deuce. This game just never ends. Felix crumbling. I think there's been more entertainment in Dallas and Buenos Aires, probably. Certainly Dallas with that match between Shelton and Chapo. Deuce here. Baptiste serving. Felix crumbling like an apple pie. I was trying to think of a Dutch dish. Well, maybe like a Dutch cheese. Dutch cheese crumbles, right? I guess. Wonderful forehand winner there from from Hailey Baptiste. Game point again for the American. Love to know how many minutes this game is. Okay, game point, Hailey Baptiste. Into the net on the first serve. I will hone in on the Rotterdam final in a moment. Backhand return. Backhand now into the backhand of Ayala. Forehand. Ayala, has she made that forehand? Yes, she has. Well done, Alex Ayala. Deuce. This game just keeps giving. Okay, over in Rotterdam, Alex de Minaur is serving for the title. Forehand return there from Felix. Backhand now from Felix into the backhand of de Minaur. And it is 15-love for the Australian, by the way. Oh, a terrible forehand from Felix Auger-Aliassime, who has just not been at the races today. 30-love, Alex de Minaur. Set for a straight sets win to seal his first title in Rotterdam. He's 2 points away right now. Where's this serve going? It's going to go long. So a second serve here for Felix Auger-Aliassime to look at, whose mood and performance have been as dark as his outfit. De Minaur serves. Backhand return into the backhand of de Minaur, but that's going to miss. There's a little gift there for Felix to just stay in this match for a little bit longer. 30-15. Meanwhile, Baptiste and Ayala, every time someone gets a game or break point, we get back to deuce again. De Minaur, 6-3, 5-2, 30-15. 2 points away from the Rotterdam title. For the first title in Rotterdam for the Australian. Okay, where are you going to go with this serve? Backhand return from Felix into the backhand of de Minaur. Backhand slice from Felix. Now on the forehand of de Minaur. Forehand from Felix is sliced back. It's a defensive forehand from Felix, which probably tells you a little bit about how he's feeling at the moment. Now they're into the rally, but de Minaur comes into the net. Felix tries to pass, and the net basically says, "Thou shalt not pass." And we have 2 championship points for Alex de Minaur in Rotterdam. 2 championship points for his first Rotterdam title. Felix, of course, has won this title in the past. De Minaur has been runner-up on a couple of occasions. Felix winning in 2022. Here we go. Where you going, de Minaur, with this serve? Good serve out wide. Felix can't deal with it. Arms outstretched. Alex de Minaur is the champion in Rotterdam. Congratulations to the Australian and his team. Felix Auger-Aliassime was just not at the races today. Oh, we got a retirement, have we, in Dubai? Have we got a retirement? Is Hailey Baptiste retiring? I think she is, you know. Breaking news. Hailey Baptiste is retiring. She held serve there. Or is she getting a medical timeout? Medical timeout. Sorry, guys, not a retirement yet. Medical timeout for Hailey Baptiste. Anyway, back to de Minaur. This match is completed, as it suggests on the screen. 6-3, 6-2. Felix Auger-Aliassime not at the races today. I'm still a bit confused. Is it a retirement? Yeah, it is. It's a retirement, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Ayala takes the win through retirement. Yep. Baptiste has retired. I'll come back to that in a moment. So, de Minaur, 6-3, 6-2. He wins the title in Rotterdam. It's his first title there. Regarding some of the stats from today, we have Minaur with a serve quality of 7.6, and that is backed up by the fact that 28% of his serves were unreturned. He also got 67% of his first serves in. Felix, 49% of your first serves in today is not going to win you many tennis matches, despite how good your serve is, especially indoors. And that is also backed up by the fact that when he does get his first serves in, he wins 82, or he won 82% of those today. But yeah, Felix just not at the races. Minaur did what Minaur does. Solid performance from Alex. Straight sets win for him. But Felix, the weapon of the forehand, was not a weapon today. He missed too often on the forehand side. Too many unforced errors from him. The slices as well. If it's going to be a slice fest, you're not going to win that fest. You need your forehand firing and your serve firing, Felix, to win tennis matches, especially against someone of the quality of Alex de Minaur, and neither of those two did today. De Minaur with a backhand-to-backhand exchange as well. Only one winner going to happen there, and it was Alex de Minaur. 1 hour and 18 minutes. He seals the title in Rotterdam. Meanwhile, Alex Ayala has won her match in Dubai.
I really, obviously no one likes advancing in this way, and being on tour, I'm starting to discover really at this level how difficult it is to maintain your health physically. So I really hope that Hailey is okay and will bounce back soon.
With that being said, it's your first time at the Dubai Duty Free Tennis Championships, and that's a good way to open with a win.
Yeah, I'm super happy to be in the next round. These tournaments are such great experiences for me, you know, especially playing in front of the best crowd ever. And yeah, so I'm really doing my best to try to enjoy every moment I have on court. Yeah.
Well, if there's a message that you want to give all your fans and also everyone back home that's supporting you, what would it be?
Hello everyone! Hello mga kababayan! Mabuhay! Maraming salamat sa support at magkita tayo sa next round. Thank you.
Well, Alex, thank you so much for talking to us and good luck in the next one.
Thank you, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen,
she will never lack.
So, Alex Ayala is into the next round. Never lacking support in Dubai. Let's have a quick look at some of the stats from this encounter today. Well, first of all, she progresses by virtue of retirement, but she was the better player across the 57 minutes of this particular encounter in Dubai. She was threatening to get the double, or she was threatening to go up a set and a break, but Baptiste not quite able to finish the match. She's retired through injury. And it is Ayala who progresses. Yeah, match stats today, by the way. So, 2 aces from Baptiste, 1 from Alex Ayala. 3 double faults from Hailey Baptiste, as of course she was broken twice in that first set. 1 from Alex Ayala. First serve percentage in from Alex was really healthy, 70% today. That probably helped her avoid getting broken too many times. She was just broken once, of course. 13 winners off the racket of Ayala. 17 unforced errors from the Filipina. And the Filipina had 7 breakpoint opportunities. That shows you how threatening she was on the Baptiste serve, albeit she only managed to get 2 breaks. And total points won was actually pretty close. Ayala 41, 39 to Baptiste. But of course, that was probably skewed a little bit by the fact that Ayala wasn't able to take her next service game, having had Baptiste there at the beginning of the second set serving first. Okay, let's dive into Alex Ayala against Hailey Baptiste. Alex Ayala against Jasmine Paolini. Let's look forward to their second round clash in Dubai. Let's have a quick look at their head-to-head, for example. Jasmine Paolini versus Alex Ayala. Round 2 clash. Of course, Jasmine Paolini got the bye through to that stage. So, yeah. Ayala, of course, coming through her encounter with Hailey Baptiste today via retirement from the American. Now, Paolini and Ayala have never played before. So this will be the first encounter, as is often the case on the WTA tour regarding Alex Ayala's matches, because she's still pretty new to the main tour. Just having a quick look at some of their career stats. Jasmine Paolini, of course, won 3 main tour titles, including the biggest one of her career, the WTA 1000 in Rome last year. She's also won 10 doubles titles, has Paolini, of course, many of those alongside Sara Errani. Ayala has not won a main tour title, but she, of course, did win the WTA 125 event in Guadalajara last year. And, of course, she had championship points at the WTA 250 in Eastbourne on the grass before going down to Maya Joint in one of the epic matches of 2025. If we assess the tail of the tape in terms of the prize money earned, well, of course, Paolini been on the tour for a lot longer and making the French Open final of 2024, helping her accrue almost $15 million in prize money compared to the $1.5 million of Alex Ayala. But of course, Ayala is very much the junior of these two players, aged 20, whereas Paolini is 30 years old. Career high rankings as well. Well, no contest here. Paolini comes in at number 4 in the world, whereas Alex Ayala is 40. Career high, that is. The current ranking of Paolini has slipped from her to number 8 in the world, but that is also partly because of the fact that her 2026 thus far, Jasmine Paolini, has not been particularly inspiring, I would say, certainly by her extremely high standards. She went out pretty early in Australia to the American Jovic in straight sets, and then in Qatar last week, she lost her first match against eventual semi-finalist Maria Sakkari, and so really comes into this event here with having had 2 wins in Australia against Sasnovich and Frech, and 1 loss, and now she's at a 2-2 record after that early exit in Qatar last week. Ayala, of course, played a lot more tennis this year. Her record reads, she played the ASB Classic in New Zealand, where she had 3 wins and a loss in the semi-finals to Wong. Then, of course, in Australia, she went out in the first round, a little bit disappointing, particularly after she was out of the blocks in a blistering fashion against Alicia Parks, winning that 6-love that first set before going down in 3 sets. She then played at the Philippine Women's Open, a WTA 125 event in her homeland, where she picked up a couple of wins before going down to Camila Osorio in the quarterfinals. In Abu Dhabi, arguably this is where she played her best tennis, in the wins over Sonmez and Sasnovich, before going down in straight sets to Alexandrova in the quarterfinals. That was a WTA 500 event. A little disappointing in Qatar to go out so early to Valentova, and it probably does sort of suggest that this is a level just 1 step too far for Alex right now in her career. But maybe it's time for her to step up in this match against Jasmine Paolini. It's a difficult one. Baseline exchanges. Paolini's going to find it a little tricky coming up against a lefty in the form of Alex Ayala for sure. I also think the conditions here are pretty good for Ayala. This is hard court tennis. It is her favorite surface, as she told me last year in our interview in Huerash. But Paolini is Jasmine Paolini. She's top 10 player for a reason. But Ayala, by the way, should still be feeling pretty fresh. We saw her today in that win over Baptiste. I think she played a really good first set of tennis. I know Baptiste retired, but Ayala's level in that first set was top, breaking the American twice, which is no mean effort. And I also think Ayala can threaten the Jasmine Paolini serve, particularly the second serve. I do see this going the distance. I do see this going 3 sets. You know what? I think Ayala might pull it out the bag and get the win. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Will Alex Ayala beat Jasmine Paolini and make it through to the 3rd round in Qatar? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.